Inspector Network Monitoring Software, Understanding Technology Blind Spots, Application Performance. With the growing popularity of software as a service and cloud computing, what guarantee does a customer have that the service will perform and respond to their users' needs? When issues arise, is it the customer, service provider, or ISP who are to blame? Paying customers want to know. Inspector passively monitors all network traffic from just inside the firewall, where it continuously analyzes every packet and communication flow. The process logs and measures both WAN bandwidth and response time, key metrics for verifying SaaS and cloud computing service quality. Response time is measured by tracking the round-trip time for each session request to contact a remote server and get a reply back. Every session is timed, time-stamped, and recorded, generating a very detailed performance record. Bandwidth is measured by tracking bidirectional flows. Inspector watches the entire WAN link and tracks the volume of network data moving in and out. Documenting both response time and bandwidth provides the key information needed to optimize service delivery. Let's look at the Inspector interface and see how we track performance details. The bandwidth report reflects average consumption by hour, which includes all internet traffic and communications activity. Peak usage was at 10 a.m. Click on the In-Out tab to see how bandwidth flow direction breaks down. Bandwidth is a two-way street, and you need to understand what's happening. When you see heavy activity or when you're experiencing issues, use the Scope feature to only show activity that corresponds to that time slice, 10 a.m. Click on the magnifying glass icon at the top of the Inspector interface that lets you scope report data by time and date. Select time or date interval you'd like to examine and click OK. Now all the data reflects the selected time interval, so you can see who was doing what during that time. In this case, it was 12 gigs of web activity. To track response time for SaaS and cloud computing or associated with remote hosting, e-commerce, or online business partners, Inspector's Site Group feature provides rich reporting capabilities to log, graph, and document every aspect of remote network service performance. Inspector tracks the response time for every session, meaning each round-trip connection is timed. Inspector breaks out SaaS session activity as a percentage of the rest of the network. Useful management information. Next, click the Response Time tab to examine remote service performance. Response times are graphed fastest to slowest with daily and weekly fluctuations. Most fall in the 13 millisecond range. To isolate the periods of slow response, increase the response time threshold. Increasing the response time threshold expands the graphs, showing when slow responses were occurring. Lastly, Inspector tracks the SaaS service bandwidth and compares it to the rest of the network activity. This is a more granular report as compared to network WAN bandwidth. In addition to Inspector's web report interface, it automatically produces daily and weekly PDF executive reports that capture all the SaaS activity records and performance metrics. These are powerful deliverables that help demonstrate investment value to the executive team. Summary: Inspector offers a consistent way to monitor, document, and optimize SaaS, cloud computing, and online service performance by eliminating the blind spots that are the cause of over 90% of all IT disruptions and threats. If you'd like to try Inspector software and expose your network's blind spots, it's a fast, easy, and free process. Click the download link below this video or call us at 303-800-5421. We are happy to help.